taking control to me.
Hello. Welcome to another episode here. If you are joining us today, I just want to let you know that this is going to go up on Spotify as well as YouTube, so you'll have access to it regardless of whether you use YouTube or Spotify. I know sometimes people don't have YouTube Premium, so can't really just turn off the screen and toss it in their pocket. So just know we're going on Spotify. So I will link that down in the description once we get that put up there. We'll also have new links in the description as well, because we are going to start streaming on Kick while we're streaming on Twitch to try and improve our reachability for folks to be able to come hang out with us. So if you haven't already, go ahead and like the stream, like this podcast, this episode, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And again, I'll have a bunch of links in the description. Please check those out. See if you like them. We're gonna go over a few things today. Nothing too crazy. It kind of feels bad, but it's not horrible. So a couple of things I want to go over. Some things that came up. Some interesting information. So I thought it would be important that we did that. And again, like I said, feel free to subscribe to the channel. It'll be in the description. We don't just do the podcast. We also do Warzone content, which more of that will be coming up soon. Going to be doing a lot of editing the next couple of days. Stuff's going to be coming out. So by the time you get this, we're going to have an episode coming out Thursday, potentially Tuesday as well. So depends on what I want to do there with that. But for sure, we'll be getting at least 2 videos a week, potentially 3. And then, of course, we're going to have TikTok videos going up pretty soon here as well. But let's get to the brass tacks here. First thing I wanted to go over is Asus ROG and UC. So this is from PC Gamer, and they're saying that this new mini PC is not going to be cheap. So basically, the article is stating that Asus unveiled its first ROG NUC back at CES 2024. They got to look at it along with some launch specifications, but pricing and the release date were not revealed. Apparently, they now have a pretty idea on both, thanks to the pre-order listings at European retailer ProShop. So a European retailer had some pre-order set up. So they're looking at the pre-orders being launch price of about £2,500. That's for the high-end version, which comes with an internal Core Ultra 9 185 Hertz CPU and RTX 4070 laptop GPU. This SKU comes with a 2 16GB DDR5 memory and a 1TB SSD. ProShop's listing indicates a release date of April 10th. So really not that far away. We're pretty close. I mean, by the time this comes out, what is today's date? I mean, let me just double check here. Yeah, today's date is the 17th of this recording. So by the time you guys see this, it'll be 18th. So not but a couple weeks. It'll be releasing here pretty soon. £2,500 is a lot of money, for sure. They even agree here. At the price, it's unlikely we'll be seeing this configuration topping bestsellers lists. Thankfully, there's at least one more affordable version coming, according to Asus product page. A variant with a Core Ultra 7 155 processor and RTX 4060 graphics. So I guess the beefy one, as far as like graphics card, not a huge change. Processor, a little bit less. And as a dedicated fan of small form factor PCs that this company likes so much, Um, they're saying that they'd be happy to own one of the ROG mini PCs that they're releasing. Um, yeah, I mean, honestly, I think with how much you make, you could probably be comfortable affording that. Me myself, I would not be spending $2,500 on a mini PC because I already have PCs. One of them I still have to fix. So, I mean, I wouldn't personally get one of these that's high end expensive for no reason for a mini PC. I don't know. This is me. Um, yeah, the specs of the unit aren't too demanding, so cooling and noise levels shouldn't be a problem. They say shouldn't, but I guarantee there's gonna be people that are gonna complain about it. Um, it can house up to 64 gigabytes of DDR5. Um, okay, not bad. Three PCIe Gen 4 SSDs, and has Wi-Fi 6E, 2.5 gigabyte LAN, and Thunderbolt 4 and USB 4. The latter supports DP 2.1, which, along with dual DP 1.4A and a single HDMI port, means the ROG supports up to 4 displays. So, it's not bad. Most computers do, anyways. Nowadays, at least most graphics cards are like 3 to 4 displays, so that's nice. Um, yeah, I don't know. So this is the first ROG NUC from Asus after their partnership was announced with Intel. Both companies had agreed to a term sheet whereby Asus will sell and support 10th to 13th gen NUC product lines while giving Asus a non-exclusive license to design systems like the ROG NUC. I keep saying NUC because I don't know how I'm supposed to say it. Nuke. I don't know. So I'm just gonna spell it out. I mean, really, it's a new mini PC. So I mean, if you're interested in like a mini PC and you want one, I don't. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't know if like this is the way to go. I mean, there's plenty of stuff that I could find. Like if I needed to, I can find some like cheaper stuff. Um, Most of the time, mini PCs really aren't worth it. I mean, you could literally build a large form factor PC for £2,500. Like, I'm sorry, it's a waste of money at that point. Um, I don't ever see anyone really wanting to own one of these. The only people I could see is like tech people. Like, I wouldn't mind having one just so I could play with it and see how it does. But I mean, really, I don't see gamers owning it. I don't see YouTubers owning it, just because we already have like giant PCs. Like these big PCs, they look good. We like the way they look. I mean, you just don't change them. It's just, I don't see it being overly popular. At least right now. I mean, later it may become popular. Like some people, like, hey, I want to have the least amount of clutter possible on my desk. The only place to put my PlayStations and my computers and stuff is on the desk, so they don't get dirty and gross easier or whatever the case may be. I mean, I can see them doing that. I mean, with it being a mini PC, though, I would like to see the ability to mount that on like the back of a monitor. Um, have some sort of clipping system where you just kind of slide it onto the back of a monitor. That'd be cool, because then it's out of the way and it's not on the desk, so there's less space being taken up. I mean, there's a lot of things I could see being really cool with this, but man, I myself wouldn't order this. I wouldn't buy it. That's just me. One, because I don't have the money for it, but also two, I personally already have PCs. I have one to fix still. I'm getting around to it. But this one, nah. I really wouldn't. Honestly, it's super priced for. I feel like you're just buying name at that point. That's just kind of how I feel about it. It feels like you're just buying the brand. Whereas you can just build your own for that price. That probably is better than that one. So, I don't know. I still though, like, I know it won't ever happen. But if ROG wanted to be like, hey, here, test this out, sure, I would do a whole video on it for you guys, like, without a doubt. Like, if someone had given like that to play with, 100%. I would play with it, but not right now. Can't afford that. Anyways, on to more stuff. Into hacker news here. Like I said, we're incorporating some cybersecurity stuff into when we talk about. I've been thinking about doing some episodes on some things here and there outside of the podcasts. So if you guys would like to have some smaller tech content and like cybersecurity content outside of that, let me know. Be more than happy to do it. I've been actually looking at potentially doing that as well, just to kind of add to more content for you guys. This way, you're not lacking in content, and you'll have plenty to pretty much listen to or watch. Anyway, so moving on. So we got an article here from the Hacker News. Third-party Chat GPT plugins could lead to account takeovers. So the article goes on to say cybersecurity researchers have found that third-party plugins available for OpenAI ChatGPT could act as a new attack surface for threat actors looking to gain unauthorized access to sensitive data. According to new research published by Salt Labs, security flaws found directly in ChatGPT and within the ecosystem could allow attackers to install malicious plugins without users' consent and hijack accounts on third-party websites like GitHub. Okay. ChatGPT plugins, as the name implies, are tools designed to run on top of the large language model, LLM, with the aim of accessing up-to-date information, running computations, or accessing third-party services. OpenAI has since also introduced introduced GPTs, which are bespoke versions of ChatGPT tailored for specific use cases while reducing third-party service dependencies. As of March 19th, 2024, so that's, as of this recording, that's 2 days from now, so that's Tuesday. ChatGPT users will no longer be able to install new plugins or create new conversations with existing plugins. Oh, that's unfortunate. So basically, you can't, if you already downloaded plugins and you start something new with that plugin, you're not going to. You're not going to be able to do anything about the existing ones. So, so you can't start new conversations with the existing plugins. So I'm wondering if you've already started you already have a conversation going with one of the plugins, is it still going to allow you to still have access to that same conversation? Or I'm wondering if it's going to get rid of it. So at least you won't be able to start new conversations with current plugins you have, and you also won't be able to install new plugins at all either. So we'll go ahead and keep on reading on with this article here, which, by the way, making that happen, I don't know why they're waiting till the 19th to make that happen. I don't know if there's some delays or something, but this is definitely a huge step that I would take, is to basically block pretty much the installation of any new plugins, the creation of new conversations, and I would also kick any current conversations with plugins, just until something like that can be fixed. One of the flaws unearthed by Salt Labs involves exploiting the OAuth, OAuth workflow to trick the user into installing an arbitrary plugin by taking advantage of the fact that ChatGPT doesn't validate that the user indeed started the plugin installation. This effectively could allow threat actors to intercept and infiltrate all data shared by the victim, which may contain proprietary information. First off, I don't know why you're putting proprietary information into ChatGPT. If you need a AI that bad, I recommend having someone build one for you. Sorry, trying not to yawn there. Been a late couple of days working on stuff, but yeah, proprietary information. Why would you have that in the first place? You shouldn't do that. I don't recommend that, because that company will also have access to that information. So if you start building out like some code for something important, like Google, or like, like say, think of like some bigger companies like Google, Amazon, Microsoft, even the government, trying to build out some scripts, maybe whether it be Python, C plus C sharp, C plus plus, I mean pretty much anything, right? Um, and you're building out scripts and you're writing it out and you're like, I can't figure out why this is not working, and you plug that into the AI and like the AI works it. The AI now has a record of that conversation. It now has a record of that code, and then when you go through like trying to help with that code, and it helps fix it with you or for you, whatever it is, they have that information, so they know what you're working with. So it's also an issue. That's why I don't play with like third-party AIs. Like the plan I would love to do is build my own and go that route. Like, excuse me, let me drink my coffee real quick. Okay, so I'll go ahead and keep on keeping on here. The cybersecurity firm also unearthed issues with Plugin Lab that could be weaponized by threat actors to conduct zero-click account takeover attacks, allowing them to gain control of an organization's account on third-party websites like GitHub and access their source code repositories. Speak, Stephen. Jeez. The endpoint auth plugin lab .ai OAuth authorized does not authenticate the request, which means that the attacker can insert another member ID, the victim, and get a code that represents the victim. Security researchers Avid Carmel, I hope I said that right, explained with that code he can use ChatGPT and access the GitHub of the victim. Oh, jeez. Oh, so just adding this little plugin into the code, or whatever script you're using. Oh, damn. Wow. That's. Whew. Member ID of the victim can be obtained by querying the endpoint. So it gives us a whole like plugin here, or at least a query to add to that. Which auth.plugin lab, I always forget what those are. They're like little weird like square bars. .ai /members/request magic email code. Oh jeez. There's no evidence that any user data has been compromised using this flaw. None that they've looked for. I doubt ChatGPT is going to say anything until like months later. Also discovered in several plugins, including Kasem AI, is an OAuth redirection manipulation bug that could permit an attacker to steal the account credentials associated with the plugin itself by sending a special craft link to the victim. The development comes weeks after Imperva detailed 2 cross-site scripting XSS vulnerabilities and ChatGPT that could be chained to seize control of the account. In December 2023, security researchers John Rayberger, I hope I said that right, demonstrated how malicious actors could create custom GPTs that can phish for user credentials and transmit the stolen data to an external server. The findings also follow new research published this week about an LLM side channel attack that employs token length as a covert means to extract encrypted responses from AI assistants over the web. Token length side channel. So that's a whole separate thing that was happening right here. This token length side channel video. We won't watch it now. If we do want to watch it, let me know in the description. We'll go over it. I'll even put it in the link if you guys want it. This way we can watch over it, and I can kind of analyze what's going on, or at least try to. I mean, I'm always learning. I'm not the best of the best in cybersecurity. I just graduated. I have a bunch of information in my head. Still trying to keep that fresh, and I'm working on new information too at the same time. So I'll do my best. So essentially, what they're doing is the plugins that you could get and download and use in a ChatGPT. They're pretty much just nope, like no more. You're not getting any more. You cannot, install anymore, and also can't create new conversations with current existing plugins you already have. So I think the only thing I would add to that would be to just remove all access to all like third party plugins. I think if they're already on there, just completely wipe that ability. Like, you have till Tuesday to figure that out, and if your company's using ChatGPT for its stuff, then you better pull that stuff out and figure it out on your own, because in honesty, ChatGPT should be just completely just pulling the plug, period. Can't install new, can't continue with current conversations with plugins, third party plugins, and you shouldn't be able to use new third party plugins with ChatGPT. Unfortunately, they're only doing the can't start new conversations and can't install more. But that's just me. That's a great way to kind of help try to figure out how to clear that and maybe add an OAuth direction that would require the user who has that account to authenticate through ChatGPT. I don't know. That's just me. That's some things I can think of. I'd have to look over it more and kind of look through some things. I've got books and stuff on AI that I can look into. I mean, frameworks are a little bit different when it comes to these, so I don't know. I could look more into that and try to like build something out about it, but that's just me. We'll go ahead and move on to the next item here. Excuse me, it is a yawn day. All right. So from Kotaku, Microsoft's giving away a cool Xbox that doesn't actually work. Ah, wonderful. Final Fantasy 15. Oh, wait, is that 15 or is that 16? 14? I don't know my Roman numerals anymore. Let me double check. I'm pretty sure it's 16. No, 14. Sorry. Pretty sure it's 14. Yeah, it has 14. Jeez, okay. I'm like second guessing myself. It's a problem. Okay. So Final Fantasy 14 is finally playable on Xbox. But this particular one that they're giving away apparently doesn't work. So from Xbox, a new Xbox giveaway is happening right now, and you can win a cool looking Final Fantasy themed Xbox Series X console. It looks awesome. It also doesn't actually work. Jeez. After its impending arrival on Xbox was announced in 2023, the popular MMORPG Final Fantasy XIV finally became playable about a decade after launch on Xbox consoles in February via an open beta. Sure, you'll have to pay for both Final Fantasy XIV subscription and a Game Pass membership to play, but at least Xbox owners will finally get a chance to experience the critically acclaimed online RPG. And to celebrate the big arrival, Microsoft is giving away a Final Fantasy XIV themed Xbox console, complete with crystals and a sick blue paint job. However, don't try to play Final Fantasy XIV on this console, as it is just an art piece. What a joke. This is from Xbox's Twitter or X account. This is one epic Xbox. Follow at Xbox and at Final Fantasy EN, and retweet with hashtag Xbox Final Fantasy Sweepstakes for a chance to win a custom Final Fantasy XIV console bundle, complete collector's edition game, and a 12-month Xbox Game Pass Ultimate membership. Ages 18 plus, ends 3/28. Rules are right here linked. On March 14th, Xbox posted on Twitter or X or whatever. That's exactly what I said. Oh man, feel it. that it was holding a short sweepstakes contest for the grand prize was a neat looking Xbox Series X console, which kind of went over that a little bit. I looked at their actual tweet. A lot of people shared the tweet and replied with all the appropriate gifs and images one would expect from folks who were excited about something. But what most of these people probably didn't realize is that the Xbox isn't functional at all. It's not their fault. This fact isn't explained in the contest announcement tweet, nor in any follow-up post from Xbox. Instead, it's buried in the rules for the sweepstakes. That's why you always read the sweepstakes. I always do. Just in case. Always read those. Always read the fine print. There's something hidden in there. Read it every time. The relevant text can be found within the Microsoft Final Fantasy XIV promotion official rules. Why did I say officer? In section 4, subsection A, line 1, which explains what you actually win if you are randomly picked. Here's the important bit. 1. Grand prize. 1. Custom designed Final Fantasy XIV Xbox Series X console bundle. Non-functional. To be used as an art piece. Now, don't worry. Microsoft isn't pulling a fast one and giving you a dead Xbox and a Game Pass membership and telling you to buy a console to actually use it. That same section of the rules explains that you'll get a second working Xbox too, and a copy of Final Fantasy XIV's Collector's Edition. Still, I wonder how many people were entering the contest not realizing that the cool Xbox being used to remote it is nothing but a fancy looking art piece. Okay, so in the rules for this Xbox, what they're seeing here doesn't work. This is an art piece. However, they're also going to be sending you a functional Xbox Series X plus the Collector's Edition of Final Fantasy XIV and a 12-month Xbox Game Pass Ultimate membership. Honestly, not bad. So, go to Twitter or X, whatever you want to call it. Recommend going there. Go jump in. It's free. I'm assuming no purchase is necessary because they're not saying that here. I would follow those instructions. Just do it. I mean, why not? It doesn't hurt. I mean, may or may not get it, but I've never won any of these. But if you have better luck than I do, please go for it. Ends the 28th, so make sure you do that. Next, in our final article for this podcast that I wanted to go over, and I won't stay on too much for you here on this, but I'd love to go over some stuff coming out from GameSpot. Okay, so GameSpot has an article here titled "Palworld Developer Responds to Microsoft Acquisition Rumors." Pocket Pair also reveals that it's looking to bring Pokemon with guns to other platforms. Pretty much what it is. So this came out March 15th, so this is Friday at about 6:38 a.m. The article starts off with one of the biggest surprises this year is the smashing success of Palworld from a little developer named Pocket Pair. The game, known as Pokemon with Guns, has seen a lot of Xbox marketing because of its inclusion on the Game Pass, but that doesn't mean Microsoft is eyeing to acquire the studio. In fact, Pocket Pair CEO Takuro Mizobi, I hope I said that right, I probably butchered it, I'm sorry, forgive me, says no discussions haven't taken place with the company. Bloomberg talked to Mizobi about Pocket Pair possibly being purchased or even partnering up with other companies. While the Pocket Pair founder is open to these ideas, he said formal talks aren't happening. Instead, Pocket Pair is focusing on staying small. The developer has 55 employees and exploring new platforms for Palworld. PlayStation 5 and Nintendo Switch would be the most obvious destination, but no specifics were given. Okay. So it goes on to say, we are and will remain a small studio, Mizobi said. I want to make multiple small games. Big budget AAA games are not for us. In fact, Mizobi revealed that Pal World cost under 6.7 million to make, which is a fraction of the reported budget for games like The Last of Us Part 2 and Horizon Forbidden West, which, by the way, Horizon Forbidden West, beautiful. Beautiful. I have it. I loved it so far. I haven't finished it. There's a lot of games I haven't finished. I've been like on top of online games lately, so I need to go back to redoing those and restart that whole series and start from scratch. Like, that would be the best, honestly. Palworld reached 25 million players in just 1 month. Steam copies accounted for 15 million, meaning those people bought the game for $30. Palworld also surpassed 2 million concurrent players on Steam, become only the second game ever to hit that impressive milestone. Looking ahead, Mizobi realizes Pocket Pair might never see another one of its games reaching the popularity of Palworld, but the CEO believes that the developer must stick to one principle going forward. Games are most fun when playing with friends, Mizobi said. A game without a multiplayer mode just doesn't feel right in the era we live today. Hold on. The CEO said, games are most fun when playing with friends, Mizobi said. A game without a multiplayer mode just doesn't feel right in the era we live today. Are they adding multiplayer? Like, you can, like, some sort of, like, multiplayer battling or something like that? Or, like, as I know you can, like, hang out on each other's, like, servers, but are they adding something more? Like, are all the games going to be multiplayer that they release? Any of them going to be, like, first person? Like, I know they're doing small games, but I don't know, maybe it's just me. Yeah, okay, that was it for this part of this article. The rest it starts going into another one, which, again, we're not going to go into. But, again, guys, I appreciate you coming by. If, for whatever reason, you haven't already, hit the like button, hit the subscribe. Again, we're going to be on Spotify, so, come watch us on Spotify, listen to us on Spotify, whatever it may be. Listen to us here. Watch us here. We have videos coming out every week, not only for podcasts, but for what we're doing. I would like to get some Helldivers content going here and some more Overwatch, because I haven't done Overwatch in a while, and that's some of our OG stuff from before, as well as some other informational videos. I'm just kind of working on all of that and kind of putting together some stuff for all of that here. Nonetheless, though, again, thank you so much, guys. Hope you have a great rest of your day. Thank you for coming by. I will see you guys later, and again, don't forget to subscribe, like, and we stream Fridays and Saturdays. Have a great day.
Something's wrong, I feel it circling like vultures around my brain. Couldn't see the danger in your eyes. Draw me in, got me spinning now like water to a drain. You were perfect till I realized